Hey y'all, this is Ryan from Tactical Family Defense. So funny, not funny story. I made a bunch of videos this weekend, or tried to demonstrate a few things that we talk about in class. My girlfriend very astutely told me that I should be giving some information to folks before they come to class, kind of to help them out. And it made a lot of sense, kind of give you a little leg up. Some of the things that we talk about in class. First off, I'm not going to preach to you ever. That will never happen. I don't preach to you that you've got to join the NRA or the Second Amendment this, or we talk about some of that, but we don't, politics is not allowed in class unless there is a pending, like a case that's pending, something like that. We can talk about that. Or if there's something really relevant and major going on in the world at that moment. But I'm not going to stand there and get on a soapbox and tell you what you need to be doing, or to whom you need to be, who you need to be voting for, or any of that. Okay. I will admit, some things by their very nature get a little sideways. You don't mean for them to, but they just do. So, but we avoid all that. You will not be mansplained. We don't talk politics or religion or any of that other stuff. So that's the first thing I want y'all to know about my class. Second thing is, one of the things we talk about is when you come to class, we talk about, and I want new people. I want to teach people. I'm a didact in that manner. I want to help people come into their own and be comfortable around these tools that we all have, or that a lot of folks have. Scenario that we're talking about right now is a gun comes into your world whether you meant for it to or not. And this does happen. It has happened to me. It's happened to other folks that have been in my class, where either someone passes away or someone discovers a gun in the family home, the grandpa's war trophy or whatever it was. I personally discovered a handgun my grandmother had, for instance. So, what do you do with these things? How do you check it? For me, it was super easy. Just checked it, whatever, unloaded it, put it, it's in the gun safe now, whatever, it's fine. For some folks, that's a scary moment. So we're going to talk about, I'm going to make several of these. I tried to make it one long video and it just was not coming together. So I need a better production team. Anyway, so we're going to talk about what to do if a gun comes into your life and your world, whether you mean for it to or not. At all times, we want to treat all guns like they are loaded. There are no exceptions to that. There are zero exceptions to that. Even if you just checked the gun yourself and saw with your own eyes that it is unloaded, you still treat it as if it were loaded, because doing the opposite of that is how accidents happen. So this is my everyday personal carry. This is a Glock 19. It is a mid-size handgun. No extra bells and whistles on it, and that's why I'm starting with this one this time. So I don't put anything super extra on mine. It's not tricked out or custom. This is stock. This is pretty much from the factory, except for the front sights, but don't worry about that for now. When you grip this gun, I want you to grip any handgun. I want you to grip very similar to what I'm doing right here. This index finger is straight forward off of the trigger. This is, for those that may not know all nomenclature, I'll go into a little bit. This is the trigger. This is the trigger guard. Okay, right over here, I'm going to rotate the gun this way. This is the magazine release. That's going to be important here in a minute. Don't worry about anything else for now. Magazine release. Where'd it go? Magazine release, trigger guard, trigger. That's all you need to know for now. Okay, finger off of the trigger. I am rotating the gun back to where it was, just for demonstration purposes, showing you where we're at. The magazine release, or the one that you find is not exactly the same as this one. That's okay, don't panic. The magazine release on most modern handguns, is typically right behind the trigger guard. Typically. There are some exceptions to that I'll go into later. I'm going to press here, and if you heard that click, it come out, and lo and behold, I left a little ammo in it on purpose. It gives it, ammo makes it heavier, so it comes out easier. If you ever watch the movies and they're super duper running and gunning and training magazines and shooting and going and whatever, and this guy's about 300 rounds into it, and he's hitting the button, the magazine just magically falling out. Sometimes they need a little help at that point. Neither here nor there. So the magazine is out. There's a reason I did that first. The reason I did that first was if I left the magazine in and then check the chamber, when I bring this back, it would kick a shell out and put a new shell in if I had not removed this, okay? So I'm going to grip the handgun thusly. I can put my hand down here, still keeping my hand off the trigger, my finger off the trigger. I can grip it back here. I don't recommend you do this because you're pointing a gun. This is fine. And for demonstration purposes, you've got these ridges right here. I'm going to open it up. I'm going to rotate it this way just so you know there was nothing in there. There will be a demonstration I'm going to do on a different video just to let you know there was nothing in the gun. I'm going to use a dummy around and I'm going to kind of show you what happens. It's no big deal. It's nothing to panic over. And then I know that I have an empty gun. You can leave it locked back. There is a slide lock over here. If you're not versed and familiar with handguns and you don't remember this versus this and all that other kind of stuff, don't worry about it. You've checked the gun, you know that it's unloaded. At least you know in your mind that it's unloaded, but we're still gonna treat it as if it were. We're gonna put it back in its box, it's safe. We're gonna do what you do with it after that. It's a bit of a different subject. It depends on the gun, depends on, a lot of guns are very valuable. Be careful about just calling up somebody, say, hey, we found a gun at my house, come get it. Be careful about calling law enforcement, things like that. It can depend on where you live, and not to get political, but it depends on where you live. We'll talk about that again later. So that's the first one. Treat all guns like they're loaded, finger off the trigger at all times. No politics, no mansplaining, and that's it. That's all I got. Ryan Campbell for Tactical Family Defense. Find me at tacticalfamilydefense@gmail.com to email me. I am on Facebook. I am on Instagram. Come check it out. Not on TikTok anymore. It gets too much drama. Thank y'all.